Welcome to the Risk Forever channel guys, channel which shares the most relevant tips and tricks on how to win at Risk, and improve your rank in no time. Subscribe to the channel and you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. Push that notification bell to see new videos first. This is your host ChampionEver, and today we are playing 4-player fixed card game on classic Risk map. Settings, alliances on, balanced blitz dice rolls, and 60 seconds per turn. This time I'm playing on my alternative account called Annette Alvarez 11, which is the red player in this game, beginner rank at the time of recording. My opponents are 2 intermediate rank players who are orange and blue, and 1 expert difficulty bot which is yellow. It's supposed to be a real player but unfortunately he didn't ready up. Savage. But not a problem at all guys. I think I will still manage to find the way on how to beat these 2 intermediates. All what I need is some strategy and lots of luck, and diplomacy. Yes, diplomacy of course. It's fixed card games so diplomacy can really take a big part playing with low rank players. Intermediates isn't that inexperienced like novices and beginners, but you still should be very careful playing with them. Having bad or good relationships with them can really decide a game for you, either towards positive or negative side. And saying that, let the game begin. I will need the best of luck. Select one of the players and root for them. Whether it's me or not, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that you would keep entertained watching the whole video. Anyways, as you can see I was the lucky player to capture a continent first. I've got fortunate to capture South America in my second turn. By being the first player to capture a continent you get an advantage against other players, and you need to get the best of that advantage you can, before it disappears. And this is what I was trying to do. After capturing South America I tried to expand to Africa, potentially having in plans to capture some additional territories in North America as well. But as you can see, it wasn't destined to happen. I mean me capturing lots of territories, gaining many additional troops each turn, and quickly taking the advantage against both of the players. The players noticed my plans of quickly expanding and capturing as many lands as I can afford to, so they decided to team up on me and quickly neutralize me towards my goal of instant global domination. As you saw, the blue player was drastically capturing my territories in Africa, clearly showing that it isn't fine with him of me getting it. And the orange player is obviously trying to prevent me of capturing North America. And the worst thing is that I cannot fight both of them, as if I do so, then I will be simply crushed in no time. And at the same time I cannot fight only one of them as well. If I fight either orange or blue, then the person who will be staying away of the conflict will get strong. Eventually he will have more troops than me and another player I'm fighting with combined. So in this scenario I would get crushed as well. So when the war isn't an option, the peace is my answer. Observing all of the situation, about my opponents being worried about me, but at the same time being fine with each other expanding and growing strong, I realized that I need a backup plan. A very sneaky plan which will lead them destroying each other without even realizing it. But for that plan to work out, I need to turn off their attention of focusing on me, and turn their attention on focusing on each other. So the plan is to stop on drastically expanding and be satisfied with having South America only, while letting them capture whatever they want, staying away of starting any possible conflicts with them. Well, they may still focus on me now, but eventually they won't be satisfied with each other of getting so strong, so one of them will definitely attack another one, and from then, the conflict will be started. The conflict which may grow to the big war, and then nobody will stop them of destroying each other. Well, this is how the plan is supposed to work, but how it will actually work, I don't know. But we will see about it guys. So as you can see the orange player is capturing North America, and whether the blue player will let him hold it or not, that's a big question. Well, maybe for a few turns. But I doubt it is going to continue forever. Actually it would be so strange if the blue player would continue attacking me while I'm being the weakest one, having South America only. And nice, that is so nice. I actually didn't see that coming. Well, I predicted about the blue player attacking orange, but I just didn't think that it would be an instant attack, as soon as orange captures North America. So actually that is so good that the blue player decided to attack the orange player without waiting anything else. Since blue and orange players were so drastically focusing on me, while leaving each other alone, I thought they definitely have an alliance. But thank God I was wrong. I'm so glad of the attack of the blue player. The balance of the game will be sustained without the need of me interfering. And wow, it's even better. The orange player attacking blue into Europe. This is just one of the first steps of the conflict possibly turning into the real war. The blue player has just traded in a set, so let's see what he is going to do. He didn't attack the orange player into Australia, but just simply recaptured Europe, additionally fortifying some troops to Greenland to prevent the orange player of capturing North America. And I consider that's actually good that he went for recapturing Europe instead of taking over Australia. I don't want that the blue player would turtle in Australia while potentially leaving the orange player alone in North America. I wouldn't like to get into the conflict as well. I would rather see both of them fighting and sustaining the balance of the game with each other. I'm building one big army in Brazil, which thank God was unblocked by the yellow player, so as soon as they crush themselves too much, I will be ready to drastically attack and make the final hits. So come on the blue player. Do some damage to the orange player and continue increasing the conflict between both of you. The more troops you crush on each other, the better situation becomes for me. Just too bad I don't get as many troops as you do. I would like to get 9 troops per turn as the blue player as well. As of now I only get 5 of them. Well, of course I could capture Africa, but would that be a great choice? I don't think so. After the orange player captured North America for the first time, the blue player instead of paying the attention to me started paying all of the attention to him, and left me alone. So the action of capturing Africa might make the blue player to focus or at least halfly focus on me as well. So if the blue player would start attacking both of us, very soon he wouldn't be able to invade the orange player into North America, and that would be very bad. The orange player having North America and Australia would take over the game. So in order to stop him, I would need to be involved into the conflict as well. And this is the least thing I want to do. So as long as the blue and orange players attack each other, I'm satisfied enough just to have South America and continue turtling in it. Potentially preparing to do some drastic attacks soon, as soon as they crush each other way too much. So let's see that the orange player is going to do. He just traded in a set and could certainly attack the blue player into Europe. That would be awesome. Well, instead of that he just simply tried of recapturing North America, unfortunately for him getting a bad blitz roll, and after that just ended the turn. But will the blue player be more drastic with his attacks? I wish he would take down that orange's big 30 troops army down. As of now he just attacked some extra territories of orange in North America, but let's see how the situation is going to change when the orange player will have fully recaptured North America as well. Anyways, as of now I'm still continuing staying out of the conflict as you can see. But instead of building one huge army in Brazil, I started to add troops into some smaller but not small enough armies into Africa as well. Well, of course it would be the best just to continue building a big army in Brazil. But the thing is that I don't want to be seen as a really intimidating player. If I would combine all of my troops to one big army, then it would be almost 100 troops, and that would potentially really scare both of the players. But since I put my troops into different smaller but not small enough armies, I do not really look that much intimidating, and players continue focusing on each other without really worrying about me at all. Well, the players continued focusing on each other till now. The orange player recaptured North America, and instead of leaving some troops to Alaska border as well, he fortified all of the army to Greenland in order to protect the continent against the blue player. The blue player, seeing that the orange player left another border unguarded, was hoping that the orange player will be invaded by yellow, but that yellow bot just decided to simply skip its turn. Lol. Savage. Well, good for the orange player, but terrible for me and blue. So what the blue player is going to do right now? Will he be satisfied with the orange player having North America or not? Will he finally attack again? Yes, he will. But not North America but Australia. And that is actually good as well. I think that might actually make the orange player to attack the blue player to Europe, invading Iceland, crushing both of their big armies. I cannot wait for that happening soon. Let's just take one territory of the yellow player down. And then, let's see some good action going on. So come on, the orange player, attack blue into Europe. Well, it seems it wasn't in his plans. It seemed he wanted to go for Australia but left the troops halfway since he realized it won't be enough. The orange player fortified some troops from my border to Alaskan one, but actually not too many of them. So the blue player, if he wants, he could totally invaded the orange player into North America. But will he actually will? It seems not. I think it's actually fine with him or the orange player having North America, as long as he has Australia and Europe. But what the orange player's response be? Will he be actually satisfied of getting less troops than the blue player does? I think not. But how will it actually turn out to be, I don't know. And we are about to find it out soon. As of now, I'm just simply sticking to my plan of turtling and avoiding of getting into any possible conflict at any cost. As long as they fight each other, I don't mind to be the player who gets the least amount of troops. And wow, what a drastic fail of orange player. He tried regaining the advantage by possibly retaking Australia from blue. But unfortunately for him, he failed. But wow, I cannot believe he decided to try invading blue into Europe as well. Technically itself it isn't a bad move. But taking into the account that now I have more troops than both of them combined, the move itself was actually disastrous. Now I can totally afford taking both of the players out of the game. Well, some of you might wonder why I did say both of them, not all three of them. Some of you might think that I forgot the yellow player. Well, remember guys, we don't treat the computer players in the same way we treat our real opponents. The sad reality of bots, guys. Let's respect them by 1 minute of silence. Well, actually not, guys. Let's end this game for good. It's my time to shine, it's showtime. At first I thought about straightly taking the blue player out. But instead of actually doing so, I decided to do one of my endgame strategies. I will hold South America, Africa and Europe with only having 4 borders to defend. And that is the crucial hit. They could still try doing something, especially blue, but actually the chance of them succeeding is close to 0. So the game is totally over for both of them. Well, okay, for all 3 of them, lol. Let's show some respect for the computer player as well, shall we? Doesn't really even matter at that moment. Also, it looks like the orange player just disconnected. He completely gave up on this game. But I'm really wondering what the blue player is going to do. Will he actually try to still win the game, or will he actually go for the second place? And it seems he is going for the second option, and that's fine. Since he is the one real player left in this game, I will try to give him the second place if possible. As the appreciation of still playing in the game. I still have more troops than yellow and him combined whatsoever, so there is no way I'm still losing the game. Especially if he lets me hold all of these continents. If he does, then gets guaranteed second place for sure. But actually, since the real bots don't count towards the rankings, it doesn't even matter whether he is third or second, as he will gain or lose the same amount of ranking points whatsoever. But I will give him the second place just to show some respect. Anyways, let's wrap up the summary of this game. I was the lucky player to get a continent first, so to take over the advantage quickly, I tried to expand as much as I can, grabbing as many possible lands as I could afford to. It was my plan to grow strong and win the game in no time. But the players saw that, so they teamed up on me, so I had no other choice but just to back up, being satisfied with having South America only, and actually it was completely fine. I let the players grow strong, have anything they desire to have, without getting into the conflicts myself, and actually that turned out to be well. Players got greedy, weren't satisfied of getting less troops than another one, and the greediness destroyed them. After the drastic attacks of the orange player, the game was over. He didn't realize that as soon as the balance of the game will be broken, I will stop being neutral, simply taking both of them out of the game, spicing the game up with one of the strategies of endgame. As always, special shout out goes to the members of the Risk4Ever channel. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then I would recommend checking some of these out as well. Watching more videos will help you progress faster.